Hello everyone, I'm Frank LaFurla, Dean of the UCI School of Biological Sciences, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to our 2021 Graduate Honors Convocation. Because of the global pandemic, this year we are once again presenting our convocation as a virtual event. The good news is we are very pleased to be able to acknowledge these wonderful graduate students. I will begin by thanking all of our scholarship donors. In ordinary circumstances, I would now be inviting all of our donors attending the ceremony to stand for a round of applause. But these are not ordinary circumstances, so please know that we are both humbled and gratified by your unwavering support. All of you are recognized in the 2021 Graduate Convocation Program online, as well as in a written message you will see at the close of this virtual convocation. We simply cannot thank you enough. I also thank the BioSci Office of Graduate Education for their work in supporting the academic life of our students, and especially for their steadfast assistance during this challenging year. Finally, I thank all of our BioSci faculty and staff, including our graduate students, for mobilizing to embrace an online learning and research environment, which at times brought many unsettling challenges. As most of you know, the idea of life interconnected underscores our school's foundational theme of mind, body, world. Never has this concept been more real than it has been during the last 15 months as we experienced the colossal tests of the COVID-19 pandemic. Graduate research is very important to our university, the state of California, and our country. Discoveries by our students will continue to help enhance the quality of life for countless people around the world. Today's honorees inspire great hope that the next generation of researchers will be well equipped to make the breakthroughs that will ensure a better world for generations to come. I have so much respect for all of you. You have my heartfelt congratulations, and I wish you all the best. And now I am pleased to introduce Associate Dean of Graduate Education, Michael Mulligan, to introduce our graduate honorees and the procession.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you, Dean LaFurla, for welcoming us to the second annual virtual presentation of the UCI BioSci Graduate Convocation. COVID-19 has highly impacted our professional and personal lives over this last year, and it's amazing how our graduate students, faculty, and staff have adapted to thrive during the pandemic. Our graduate student achievements are impressive, and I congratulate them as a group on their resolve and tenacity for their great achievements, which have resulted in these prestigious awards. And to our donors, we thank you for your gifts in support of our best of the best graduate students. Although we will not be able to shake your hands today, we're happy to present these awards virtually and acknowledge each of you in this virtual event. We hope you, your faculty, and friends will be celebrating together online or wherever you are right now. Our first award is the Robert Warner Award for Outstanding Achievement in Nucleic Acid Biochemistry. Kyle Cole is the recipient of the Warner Award. He is also the Department RNA Guru. His innovative thesis research includes the development of novel tRNA synthetases that respecify amino acid charging and make novel in vitro evolution experiments possible. The Edward A. Steinhaus Awards are given in the name of Dr. Steinhaus, who was the first dean of the School of Biological Sciences and was internationally known as the father of insect and invertebrate pathology. The Steinhaus Teaching Awards are presented in his memory to outstanding graduate students with promising futures as educators. The Department of Developmental and Cell Biology has selected Tori Tucker to receive the Steinhaus Award. Tori has a great future in academia. As a TA, she developed novel genomics exercises and ran outstanding discussion sections that led to thoughtful discussion and critical thinking. The Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology has selected Jordan Croy to receive the Steinhaus Award. Jordan is exceptionally good at interacting with his students in a kind and courteous manner, as well as having high academic standards. Faculty describe him as a co-instructor who steps up to develop course material and who stands in to conduct class sessions in emergencies. The Department of Molecular Biology and Biochemistry has selected Gemma Takahashi to receive the Steinhaus Award. Gemma introduced research-based problems from her thesis research to her biochemistry lab to bring real-world research into the classroom. Gemma developed novel course materials that became part of the curriculum and were shared with other lab sections. She will make a fantastic independent instructor in the future. The Department of Neurobiology and Behavior has selected Angeline Dukes for the Steinhaus Award. Angeline has demonstrated teaching excellence in and out of the classroom. Students praise her genuine desire to help students, her accessibility, organization, fairness, and encouragement of independent thinking. Her work in outreach is noteworthy for the positive impact it has had on UCI students, as well as the next generation of future scientists whom she inspires. The Graduate Fellowship Award recognizes academic excellence and is given to a doctoral student who shows outstanding academic achievements and great promise as a researcher. Kendra Emily Walters is an exceptionally capable academic. She is the recipient of an NSF Predoctoral Fellowship and has developed creative research approaches that led to high-impact academic publications. In addition, she's developed educational research projects through a pedagogical study on citizen science. The William D. Redfield Graduate Fellowship Award is given to a graduate student with significant research contributions in molecular biology. I'm honored to recognize Mrs. Redfield's generosity through her endowment of this award. Emily Miyoshi is an eager young researcher who's using computational approaches at the interface of functional genomics and neurodegenerative diseases. She's been remarkably productive in her short time at UCI with several papers published, including a first author paper in a Nature journal. The Barbara K. Burgess Fellowship Award is given to a postdoctoral student in recognition of outstanding achievement and to assist with the expense of living here in Orange County. Dr. Stephanie Hachey is an alumna of the doctoral program in MBNB and is the recipient of the Burgess Award. Stephanie is a translational biomedical scientist who will bring personalized therapies from the bench to the clinic. She's an accomplished academic scientist with an extensive publication list and recently received a fellowship from the NIH. She's a master at organizing collaborators in clinical trials and recently led a multidisciplinary team to win the first place in the campus-wide New Venture competition. The Dr. William F. Holcomb Scholarship was established in 1972 and is given to a doctoral student studying biomedical sciences or marine biology that has distinguished academic accomplishments through their research. Lucas Ustek is the recipient of the Holcomb Award. Lucas is a productive and insightful scientist who can integrate tools and concepts from diverse topics such as geoscience, microbiology, bioinformatics, and evolutionary biology, and who's been able to address fundamental questions about global contributions of microorganisms. He's been extremely productive as a student with 4 research publications, including a recent paper in Science. The Allergan Foundation Graduate Student Award recognizes the achievement of a graduate student who is selected based on their academic scholarship, research experience, and leadership potential. The recipient of the Allergan Award is Joshua Crasper. Josh is a highly productive scientist who brings great technical expertise along with experimental craftsmanship to produce superb and exquisite data. Furthermore, Josh shows maturity beyond his years in his understanding of science and his field, and he's able to place his research in the bigger picture. He has both passion for and interest in science, and it shows in the way he presents himself and talks about his data. Amanda Pinsky is the recipient of the Wagner Award. Amanda's research investigates mechanisms of Ebola virus pathogenesis and shows how viral proteins can interfere with the host's innate immunity. After completing her MS degree this spring, Amanda will be entering the doctoral program at Washington University. The Susan V. Bryant Graduate Fellowship Award recognizes the contributions of Professor Bryant as an extraordinary research leader in developmental biology, as well as a visionary leader through her service as Dean of the School of Biological Sciences, Vice Chancellor for Research, and Executive Vice Chancellor. The Bryant Award is presented to a doctoral student in developmental biology, and this year's winner is Catherine Williams. Kate uses next-gen sequencing technologies to assess transcriptomic and epigenetic contributions to a common form of muscular dystrophy. Kate's efforts have led to a total of 4 publications, with more in preparation. Kate is to be congratulated because she recently defended her thesis in May. The next 2 awards are the Joseph H. Stevens Memorial Fellowship and the Grover C. Stevens Memorial Fellowship. The Joseph H. Stevens Award in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology was established in memory of Joseph Stevens, the son of Professor Grover Stevens, who is the founding chair of developmental and cell biology and former dean of the school. Joseph was a structural biologist, and this award is given to an outstanding graduate student in his honor. Carissa Munoz is the recipient of the Joseph Stevens Award. Carissa studies host pathogen interactions in chlamydia infection and how host cell biology is altered by the pathogen. Her work is supported by a highly competitive NSF graduate fellowship, and she already has a first author publication with more to come. The Grover C. Stevens Memorial Fellowship was established in 2003 and is awarded annually to a graduate student in the Department of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology. The award is given to a student working in comparative or evolutionary physiology. This year's recipient is Ashley Peterson. Ashley studies predation by a highly invasive species in coastal Florida, the lionfish. Lionfish are successful through sheer persistence, much like Ashley herself during the pandemic. Her research has successfully identified how behavior can play a critical role in the ecology of an invasive species. The Krishna and Sujata Tiwari Scholar Award is given in recognition of Professor Krishna Tiwari and his wife, Professor Sujata Tiwari. Dr. Krishna Tiwari was a faculty member and chair of the Department of Molecular Biology and Biochemistry, and his wife, Dr. Sujata Tiwari, was a faculty member in the School of Medicine and served as the director of the Alcohol Research Center at UC Irvine. Their legacy continues thanks to the generosity of their sons, Drs. Krishnansu and Devansu Tiwari, and their spouses, Drs. Megan and Nita Tiwari. All four are UC Irvine alumni, and both Krishnansu and Devansu currently hold faculty appointments in the UC Irvine School of Medicine. Nicholas Rhodes is the recipient of the Tiwari Award. Nick is an inquisitive and extremely motivated scientist, and at the same time, a patient and engaging mentor. He's co-authored 3 research publications, contributed to several grant proposals, and is appointed to an NIH training grant. He's a highly engaged researcher who jumps in to spearhead new lab efforts. The next awards are the Howard A. Schneiderman Fellowship Awards. Since 1993, the Schneiderman Fellowship has recognized excellence in research by graduate students in the School of Biological Sciences. This award honors the memory of Dr. Howard Schneiderman, a former dean of the school and member of the National Academy of Sciences. I'm honored to present the Schneiderman Fellowship Awards this year to Tiffany Bardessé and Rachel Wymock. Tiffany Bardessé is an absolutely amazing student. Her research in experimental E. coli evolution has led to several papers, and she has recently moved to plant pathogenic bacterium that affects grapes and olives, which are important crops here in California. Tiffany is creative, smart, motivated, dedicated, and organized, and has an incredibly bright future ahead of her. Rachel Wymack has strong intellectual capabilities, and exceptional work ethic, and intense determination to answer the scientific question at hand. These qualities make her every PI's dream student. Her groundbreaking research addresses a system stability issue in gene expression. How can processes such as development proceed so reliably when they depend on inherently noisy processes? Rachel has shown that shadow enhancers, sets of gene regulatory elements that control the same gene, use mechanisms to suppress noise in gene expression to drive consistent developmental outcomes. Next, I'm pleased to announce a new award this year, the Brian G. Atwood and Lynn H. Edminster Graduate Fellowship. Brian Atwood received his BS degree in biological sciences from UCI in 1974, as well as an MS from UC Davis and an MBA from Harvard. Most recently, Brian was co-founder of Cell Design Labs and served as chief executive officer prior to the company's sale to Gilead Sciences. He was co-founder and a managing director at Versant Ventures, a leading healthcare-focused venture capital firm where he's earned a reputation as one of the most successful VC partners in the world. Prior to Versant, Brian founded and led several successful biotech firms. Interior designer Lynn Edminster and Brian met in Boston shortly after they had both started their first jobs, and together they have one daughter, Tyler. The Atwood Edminster Award supports graduate students who display excellence and innovation in research. Jonathan Hasselman is the recipient of the Atwood Edminster Award. Johnny's an extremely innovative young scholar whose dedication to neurobiological research is matched only by his strong commitment to mentorship, service, and teaching. He works at the intersection of Alzheimer's disease, learning and memory, and neuroinflammation. He's developed a technique to implant stem cells from human brain tissue into a mouse model of Alzheimer's disease to study the function of human brain cells in mice. In addition to his innovative research activities, Johnny's been an extraordinary head TA for freshman biology and masterminded the transition to remote learning and content delivery. Once again, a hearty congratulations to these terrific students, and thank you to our donors and our faculty for making this possible. To the students, I wish you all the best, and I look forward to hearing about your continued successes in the future. The stage clip presentation will roll next, and immediately after the stage clip video, we will host a Zoom reception with breakout rooms for each department, so the award recipients, their family members, and faculty mentors can meet and congratulate each other.
Kyle Cole, Robert Warner Award for Outstanding Achievement in Nucleic Acid Biochemistry.
Tori Raquel Tucker, Edward Steinhaus Teaching Award. Jordan Randall Croy, Edward Steinhaus Teaching Award. Gemma Rose Takahashi, Edward Steinhaus Teaching Award. Angeline Joan Dukes, Edward Steinhaus Teaching Award.
Kendra Emily Walters, Graduate Fellowship Award. Emily Elizabeth Miyoshi, William D. Redfield Graduate Fellowship Award. Stephanie Janelle Hatchie, Barbara K. Burgess Fellowship Award. Lucas U. Stick, Dr. William F. Holcomb Scholarship.
Joshua Daniel Krapser, Allergan Foundation Graduate Award.
Amanda Nicole Pinsky, Edward K. Wagner Award in Virology. Catherine Williams, Susan V. Bryant Graduate Fellowship Award. Carissa Jade Munoz, Joseph H. Stevens Memorial Fellowship Award.
Thank you to everyone who has supported me on my PhD journey, my friends, my family, my colleagues. I love you all. Next stop, graduation.
Ashley Nicole Peterson, Grover C. Stevens Memorial Fellowship Award.
Nicholas Samuel Rhodes, Krishna and Sujata Tiwari Scholar Award.
Tiffany Netta Batarsa, Howard A. Schneiderman Fellowship Award. Rachel Waymack, Howard A. Schneiderman Fellowship Award. Jonathan Hasselman, Brian G. Atwood 74 and Lynn H. Edminster Graduate Fellowship.